Hey guys, it's Mr. Schrader, and this is the peak of the week for January 18th, 2016. I kind of want to talk about our week. The rundown for the week is no school on Monday. It's in observance of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So students and staff will not report that day. Tuesday we have library and Spanish. Tuesday and Thursday, both this week, we'll have Sylvan tutoring. Wednesday is counselor, as well as garden club. And then a key event is at 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday is parent night, and we'll be working on Famous Kansas project. I'll talk about that in a moment. And then Friday, I want to be clear that our Famous Kansan diorama and clothespin characters do, as well as we need to have our monologues memorized. And then we'll also have homework as our literature circles that will be due on Friday. Both groups that are reading books assign chapters 7 through 12, and so they need to be ready to present on that in their groups. I want to take a moment to talk about our Famous Kansan projects. We're wrapping them up. We've been working on them since the beginning of November, so it's kind of exciting that all of our work, our library digital projects, our research reports, which have led to our monologues, our dioramas and clothespin characters, our costumes and artifacts, all of that's going to come together to a living museum. And it'll be an opportunity for each of us to create our own exhibits and put that on. Our class will present their living museum on Friday, January 29th, that's next week, from 1 to 2:30 in the Logan Gym. I want to invite parents and families to come to that and attend, and hopefully we'll get a good crowd there. We'll also be inviting some other classes to join in as well. To make sure that we're ready for that, this week we're offering a parent night, our monthly parent nights, but we're devoting this one to working on our Famous Kansan projects. If you're kind of in the last home stretch and you need a little bit of help with resources or materials or some advice, anything like that, I want you to make sure you put on your calendar that this Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. At Logan, we'll be having our monthly parent night. So parents and students can come and work on that. Last month we had a similar one. We had a pretty good turnout for it. I want to make sure that we're giving you that same opportunity again this month. The last thing I want to talk about is that we have parent-teacher conferences coming up. And they're a little bit different in the spring. In the fall, the way they work is that we meet with every student's parents or families. And so we schedule a conference for every student. In the spring, it's a little different. We set them as an as-need basis. So we've sent home a note last week, and that's an opportunity for you to decide whether you feel as though you need a conference or not. And if you do feel like we need one, we'll schedule one in for you. If you don't feel as though you need one, then you don't need to feel like you need to schedule that. On the other side of that is that if we at school decide that we would really like to have a sit down together to talk about the achievement of our class and our students, then we'll call for one as well. That kind of sums up the week. I do want to give you a quick little preview for coming up events. Next week, next Thursday is our next field lesson. So the 28th, we'll be going to the Brown vs. Ford National Historic Site here in Topeka. So that's awesome. As well as next Friday, don't forget, from 1 to 1:30 is our Living Museum. So that kind of gets you ready for next week. Thanks for joining us. Have a great week.